Hello and welcome to the Oxworks Colorbond Install instructional video. Today we'll show you how to mark out and install the various Colorbond panels, including a level panel, a raked panel, a BREEZEWAY panel, a lattice top panel, and a pedestrian gate. Once you've identified your boundary line, or the line the fence will follow, roll out the string line. Put your pegs into the ground and pull your string line tight. Now that you've established your fence line, it's time to mark out where the posts will go. Mark where your first post in the run will be, and then, using a rail as a spacer, go along the string line and mark all post positions. Remember to mark any gate openings which are required. For a standard single gate, set your gate posts 960mm apart from inside of post to inside of post. A standard single gate is 930mm wide, and allowing 30mm for hinges and latch gives us the 960 opening. After marking the post spacings, we go back along the line of the posts by making an X on the ground. This ensures that we dig our holes in the right place. Once all holes are marked, remove the string and dig the holes. These can be dug either by hand or with a machine. For a standard 1800 high Colorbond fence, the holes should be a minimum of 600mm deep and 200mm diameter. With all the holes dug, mark approximate ground level and the position of the bottom rail on your channel posts. This will be about 1810mm from the top of the post for 1800 high Colorbond and 1860mm. This gives about 50mm from the bottom rail to the ground. Once all of the posts are marked, screw the channel posts together. 2 screws in the top, 70mm down from the top so they're not in the way of the top rail. Then 2 screws in the bottom, 50mm up from the bottom of the post. 2 more, 100mm above the bottom rail mark, and then 2 more halfway between the screws above the bottom rail mark and the screws in the top of the post. Check that it's deep enough and in the correct position. Use the rail to measure the gap, and the spirit level to check that when the post is upright, it's sitting just off the string line. Mix the cement and shovel it into the hole with the post in position, ensuring that the bottom mark on the post is close to ground level. Once the post is uprighted, using a trowel, dome the concrete around the base of the post to stop water from sitting here. This will help to ensure maximum post life. Clean off any excess cement which is splashed onto the post with a damp cloth, and then clean the wheelbarrow, ensuring to hose down where leftover stones from the concrete will not be a problem. For example, in the garden or rubbish pile. Not in the middle of the customer's yard or in the gutter. Don't leave the concrete in a pile to go hard, hose it down so it doesn't set. Once the concrete is set, the bottom rail can be fitted, ensuring that the bottom of the rail is level with the 1810mm mark on the post. Sit the top rail in place and screw off just one end. This can then be used to scissor down on the sheets to hold them in place as they're being installed. We're now ready to start to sheet a level panel. Bring the first sheet over to the fence and put the bottom left corner of the sheet into the bottom rail, approximately 500mm from the post, and then jiggle the rest of the bottom sheet into the rail. Lift up the top rail and then scissor down onto the top of the sheet and carefully slide the sheet over to the post. Bring over the second sheet and place the bottom left corner of the sheet into the bottom rail, overlapping the edge of the first sheet. Jiggle the rest of the bottom sheet into the bottom rail and scissor the top rail down onto the sheet. Repeat this process for the third sheet. When scissoring the top rail onto the top of the sheets, ensure that it doesn't come down below the top of the channel post. If you do push the top rail down further than the top of the channel post, it will leave marks like this on the sheets, which would need to be fixed with touch-up paint. We'll now sheet a raked panel. Carry the first sheet over to the panel and, holding it parallel with the post, put a mark 5mm below the level of the top rail and 5mm up from the bottom of the rail on both the left and right-hand sides of the sheet. It's important to note that for raked panels in an 1800 high fence, longer sheets will be required. 2100 high sheets have been used here. Carry the sheet back to your sawhorses and, using a straight edge, draw a line between the marks on each side of the sheet for both the top and bottom of the sheet. Place this sheet on top of the other two sheets for the raked panel and, using your nibblers, cut along the marked lines on the sheet. These sheets can now be fitted in the same manner as the level panel. The next panels we'll install are the BREEZEWAY and LATTICE panels. For these panels, as well as marking 1810 and 1860mm from the top of the post, an extra mark, 300mm from the top of the post, is added. This mark is for the top of the mid-rail. The sheets for these panels are installed the same as for a standard panel, except an extra rail is fixed at 300mm down from the top of the post, as well as the rail that's level with the top of the post. For the BREEZEWAY panel, once it's been sheeted and the rail screwed off, slide the slats into the slotted posts and then lift into position. Once the slats have been lifted into position, the top rail can be put in and screwed off. For the lattice panel, once the sheets have been inserted and the rail screwed off, lift the lattice into place and fit the top rail. The top rail can be screwed off, then the centre lattice, and screw it down to the mid-rail. To assemble the gate, slide the top and bottom rail onto the first gate stile and put in one screw to hold them in place. The sheet can then be slid into position, ensuring the edge of the sheet sits inside the U-channel of the gate stile. Slide the second gate stile into the top and bottom rails, again ensuring the edge of the sheet sits inside the U-channel on the gate stile, and finish screwing the rails off. To install the gate, fit the hinges to the gate frame, approximately 200mm from the top and bottom of the stile. Then lift the gate into position, ensuring the top of the gate is level with the fence. Put one screw through the hinge into the gate post to hold the gate in place. Before putting the rest of the screws into the hinge, step back and ensure the gate is level and the gap between the gate stile and the gate post is even from top to bottom. Once the gate is even, the rest of the screws can be put into the hinges. Fit the striker to the gate at the desired height. Then lift the D-latch into place and fix onto the gate post. Once the latch is fitted, check that everything works correctly. Fit the extension arm to the D-latch so that the gate can be opened from either side. Always check that the gate opens and closes smoothly and the latch mechanism is functioning correctly. Before leaving any job site, finish with a site cleanup. Ensure that you leave it in as close to original condition as possible. For example, rake out any dirt piles from digging holes. Ensure all rubbish is taken away from the site and disposed of. Check out our other installation videos, and for more information on Oxworks products, go to www.oxworks.com.au. Thanks for watching.